Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet is the
Dr. Doreen is an expert in autism.
Doreen Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet is a visionary in the field of autism. Now you can ask her questions on Ask Dr. Doreen. Okay, so good morning. My 5-year-old son has a diagnosis of autism in which the ability to communicate in the native language of the country where we live, which is Swiss German, predominates. He has achieved a basic level of communication in Spanish, which is his mother tongue. He receives logopedia at the kindergarten he is attending, but after almost a year, he has made almost no progress. What other alternative can you suggest in the current circumstances of isolation and difficulty of socialization? And another situation is the verbal abuse he receives from the children. What do you suggest that I as a mother do about it? And thanks for your help.
Sure.
That's a lot of elements there.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And I don't know, unfortunately, the Swiss German education system well enough. But I think I can maybe give you a couple of resources. So first of all, I think you should talk to the school and try to engage them in helping you establish an ABA program for your child. And that an ABA program will basically break down the very basic skills that your child needs, and then will using behavioral techniques one-to-one. So there will be an ABA therapist, and we'll talk about how to get all this, teaching your child individual skills. And as your child learns more and more skills, obviously not only will they be able to enjoy the classroom and their peers, but also they will get more out of it, and fewer people will be bullying, right? Because they'll be more socially engaged. But until that happens, I mean, first of all, it's the last part, which is kind of the bullying, really, really upsets me because that's just not appropriate. I do happen to have 2 former students. So someone who used to work at CARD in the US, who lives in Switzerland. I'm not wrong.
You're breaking up really bad, so we're not getting the sense of what you're saying. Try again. Yeah, you're back.
Okay. Yeah, so I was just saying that I can give you, Shannon, the information for one of my former students who lives in the French part of Switzerland, which is Lausanne. And she might be able to give you a lot more information about programs and what you can do there. I mean, Swiss Germany, German portion of Switzerland, you're speaking German, Swiss German. But I do also have another contact who is in Germany who does ABA. Both of these individuals are trained in ABA, trained by us at CARD. So they would be able to help you maybe. But I also want to make sure you know of the resources we have handed out, Shannon. And if you don't mind, since your connection is better than mine, maybe giving out the information on IBT and skills again, because I think both of those might be helpful to this individual.
Absolutely. I just had to unmute myself. Absolutely. I can give you that information again. Hang on 1 second and I will get to it. I had shrunk it. I just don't know where I put it. So just to make sure you guys know, IBT is the Institute for Behavioral Training. And it is, you can get there by going to www.ibehavioraltraining.com. That is on your screen right now. But I also read to you guys every week. There is an email that we get from them with free things that they offer. If you would like to explore some of the free things that are available to you, and of course, Traven, you can put the number up for us on the screen there, and then I will read it because I can't find the email. So all you need to do is call 877-975-4559. They will be able to help you. Now, when you're trying to connect with them internationally, and that calling that number may not be the best thing for you, really all you have to do is write to me at s.penrod@autism-live.com. And Traven will also put that up on the screen. There it is, s.penrod@autism-live.com. And I am happy to connect you to the Skills and IBT people. Skills is the curriculum, which is amazing. It has so many things in Skills. I'm its biggest fan. Let me just be very clear about that, because pretty much it's like a toolkit. You don't want to try to use all the tools in one day, right? If I gave you a toolkit, you would not feel like, well, I need to use all of them. No, you would use the tool you need on the day that you need it, right? And people get a little overwhelmed, like Disneyland, when they go into Skills. They're like, I don't know how to do all that. Don't worry about that. What do you need today? Do you need to know where your child is today? Then you take the assessment. Do you need to intervene on a behavior that's really challenging? Then you go to the part of it that is the behavior intervention builder. First, you have to do something called the CFA to see why your child is doing it before you can intervene. And if you want to know how to teach your child something, then you search for that topic in the lessons. It's this big, beautiful tool that can do a lot of things. Again, people get overwhelmed because they go in and they're like, I don't know what to do first. Go in with a plan. And if you need help, you can ask the Skills people, or you can always ask me, because it's my favorite thing in the world to help people connect to Skills, because I know it provides answers. It's provided answers in my life and in so many other people's lives. IBT is the training portion of it. So if you want to know how do you teach this lesson in Skills, they'll give you some teaching tips. But if you really want to know, like, how is it that the experts do this, then every lesson that you need to be successful with an individual teaching anyone something is in IBT. And when you go on the IBT website, they sort of have three different categories. They have a category for people who are professionals, and there are videos in there for them to continue learning. And they're intensive for jargon, but they're brilliant. And you have access to them. You don't have to have a license to be access to them. There's a small cost for each one of the trainings, but they start at $7.50. So it's cheaper than going and buying a book. You know what I'm saying? There's another category that's just for educators, that's specifically about how do you teach within the confines of a classroom, because former teacher here, it's different, right? Different rules, and you've got more kids to deal with. So there are trainings just for educators. And then there are trainings that are just for caregivers, that talk about things that happen in the home that have less jargon so that they're easier to access. But you as a caregiver can take the educator ones, or you can take the ones for professionals. And if you're an educator, you can take the parent e-learning, or you can take the professional ones, or you can take the anybody can do any of the videos. There's a small cost for each video. You can pick and choose, although every week they offer free ones. If you call that number, and Traven, would you pop that up there again? And talk to them, they will remind you what is free this week, and it changes pretty much every week. 877-975-4559. You will learn so much there. Okay, did that finish the question? Are we moving on, or you had more you wanted to say, Dr. Grampiche?
No, I think we're good. I mean, it's very hard to give resources when it's such a dire situation, but I think that will help.
I also have to say, because it's something that's featured in this year's Toy and Gift Guide, that the card book is also, because some people are like, well, I want to know the whole arc of Skills and how you teach somebody something. And if you're going for the whole arc, you want to see, exactly what the progression is on a bunch of different things, and you are somebody who deals better with turning pages, there's also a book that you can purchase. It's evidence-based treatment what is, I always stumble over, evidence-based treatment for autism, the
Yeah,
CARD model.
right.
Yeah. It is featured on our toy guide this year because we have a category that's just for caregivers. And we said that that was the educational toy of the year. So there. So, hi, we're saying hi to Koyan Thing. We're so glad that you're here with us. And we put the number up. Did you get it, Koyan Fig? I want to make sure that you got it. And somebody said, we are always so grateful for Dr. Doreen. Good morning. We're so glad that you're here with us too. They're saying, thank you, Dr. Doreen, for your insights. We'll make sure to implement those. And they said, thank you for motivating us to me. And I like, that's hilarious to me because you guys motivate me. So that's why that's hilarious to me. Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.